When a journalist retires, what do they call her? Like, if let's imagine it's the news and I've just won, what's it called? Nobel Peace Prize for bringing peace to the world, right? And I'm a journalist who is no longer working as a journalist. What do they call me?
A retired journalist.
So, when Vera retires, will they be calling her retired socialite? You know it's gonna happen. One day,
Not true.
Vera will
Not
be
true.
old, right? She'll be that Shoshpaze. She'll be like, you guys,
But do they ever
show your life? Yeah, let nobody stop you. Right? And now at that point she'll be sitting straight because like now of course the diabs will have disappeared. You have ever seen a show with a big diabs? Like 90.
BBL sag.
Your skin, your muscles, everything falls apart.
Sisi nini.
Hey,
it's not organic.
Your muscles fall. Your muscles fall. You've never
even a BBL.
And it's dead skin. I mean, it's dead fat anyway. It's not gonna survive.
Yeah, what is going to hold that BBL together? So it's muscle.
Plastic.
Kuna muscle hapo ndio. Kwa nafikiri imewekwa na nini na hinges. Si imewekwa kwa nyama.
Oh, so
exactly.
Yeah, it's just the fat that is dead.
You
So
think that the
her ass
BBL
will
is
be
holding
on her
onto the
thigh.
bone
They
with a
remove
hinge.
from your stomach and then they just add it to your yash or
And in fact,
wherever you want to
it will
remove
still be there, but it will drop
In
together
fact,
with them.
yeah,
in it.
it
Before
drops
you
everything.
reach that age for dropping, you better drop them BBLs out of your body because they will. Like, sasa kama umeweka silicone hapa, the nyama can't hold it. It should be seated on your lap. So unasikia tu na kitu inakugonga kama ping pong ball. But don't even laugh for guys, right? You know the way your knees are seated up here. Aye,
Yo.
gravity. And gravity.
The scrotum
is taking hold up. Yo.
No,
What? You don't know what happens when guys become older?
no, I've never
Clearly, guys don't
seen.
care to find out. They think they'll be like that forever.
Zina sag. Okay? Now usipovaa the right underwear, siku moja unaweza kick the ball. Unakuwa striker. David Beckham.
Stop it.
Bend it like Beckham.
Stop.
It's so funny how
Hapana,
like,
I have
learn
to check
so
this.
many. See, Google,
Ina nini?
Google.
Simu yangu ina charge. I'm not
I don't
type
want
C.
to Google
Higher.
sagging scrotums.
I got you.
I don't want to see them.
I'm not going to-
have. It's already in my head. It's okay.
Do
I've seen it in my head.
scrotums sag as you age. In fact, I didn't need to finish. The testicles sag as you get older. Yes, it's a natural part of aging for testicles to sag. As the scrotum loses elasticity, skin loses collagen, causing it to stretch more. In fact, if you live longer, you might just one day accidentally kick your scrotum to the wall.
That is
No, it's there.
Stop lying.
Yo,
That's
umeongeza.
Look at this guy. What's
No.
wrong with you?
It's true story. So the next time you want to tell a babe, yo, hizo vitu zako zimesag shosho.
Pia zako zitasag.
You've never asked yourself why your old men can't wear tight pants?
I don't know. The tight
So what
pants are
about these
supposed to hold
Congolese men
things
wearing
together.
skinny jeans?
No, sis. Age. What age? Because
60.
after a while, you start wearing your pants here and the zip goes all the way to the knees.
Oh God, because
Wewe.
it's there. Oh my God.
Akifanya hivi anavuruta hizo scrotums
Kofi
zirudi
Olomide.
back
Are you
to
big fan
the
of Kofi
to the
Olomide?
no. So like you when you're going to get a BBL, it's also a BBL. The balls.
Stop.
In case you're wondering what the BBL is for.
no,
Balls be balls.
listen.
Balls be
It's
lifted.
okay.
BBL. BBL drizzy. It will happen to men. Every man, it will. The only part of life.
I can't
Yo,
believe
that's
I've
scary.
actually
Why do you think
never
men
thought
used to wear
about it.
suspenders?
Wow, you won't go.
Hey, look at fashion. What's wrong with this guy?
Hold your
look at
generation
fashion.
up to
Look
the
at
sky. So let me tell you. Okay, now think about it.
No, I
Madem
can't
mwenye-
stop thinking about it.
babes who date older men,
bro.
unafaa kushekuwa mdem as a hardship allowance.
Akona mental fortitude.
By the time hajafanya hivi,
Come here, my baby.
Hey.
Come here, baba.
like
Ameokote yo shoki.
I'll be like, oh, babe, watch out. You step on your balls.
Shakiti bubble. Leta hizo bubble.
That is a mambo.
Yo, this is life, man. You can sit down and sit on your balls.
Shit.
Guy.
Are you okay in the head, madam?
No, I feel nice telling men this because
They don't
men
know.
think it's only women who age.
Yeah.
Men think it's only things that happen to women's bodies
Even
because they
you,
see
your
their
body.
But hata
anke.
ikisaga bado ina
And
function.
then their uncles don't talk to them about these things,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
he's struggling just.
Unapigwa na butwa.
Sasa hiyo amebeba nini packet ya Jake. Unajua Jake ni nini?
Yeah,
nini?
blue
Ni kama
pills.
Jake. Ni kama Jake ya gari.
Inainua machine.
Usiku tu ako hapa. But then did I tell you there's a machine for lifting the nini?
Yeah, with the foot.
For
Yeah.
lifting
You pump it
what?
up. Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
My friend told me, okay, I have to tell you guys this story. I have to tell you this story. Kerry, you haven't prepped for being an older guy. You think it's just
No.
about dyeing the hair.
Yeah.
His reaction was so genuine.
Yo, listen, right? So now follow mine,
Can't
right?
do this to me.
So, si ako majuu, right? No,
Ni
hamtajua
pampo.
ni nani. So she meets this guy,
Haina
right?
pressure.
I think he's got some disability of some sort, right? And so they go to the crib and he tells her that he has I'm just gonna call it flaccid,
Flaccid
member,
shlong.
right? So she's like, it's cool. At that point, like, let's say, imagine you started cutting mungai, everything has gone deep, and you guys have pendanad. And it's, of course, I'm hoping that you save yourself before
For
getting to know
marriage.
him before you nini,
Yeah.
right? So now you guys everything has gone great, nini, you've juanad, and then he comes to tell you, which, by the way, let me just tell you for free, he will never admit that he can't get it up. Right? He will just keep telling you it's your problem.
Yeah, it's your
Yeah,
fault.
it's you. Kwani hauko sexy enough. Mbona hii kitu kwanza jana ilikuwa inafanya kazi, ni wewe ndio umeiua. Ni wewe.
It's your fault.
So by the way, at this point now he tells you, by the way, my member doesn't work. What are you doing? Like forever. Like so, it doesn't work.
Amejaribu the blue pill.
Hata siku ingine karibu a overdose.
Yes, hiyo blue pill ni mbaya
Baby.
for your heart.
Yeah, I mean,
But if nani
tutaenda kwa mganga.
If what?
Tufanye
Sasa
national.
unafaa kuanza kwa kirapa maze, show your potential.
No,
I will show you my potential. Kama member yako haifanyi kazi, anza kuonesha watu vitu.
We'll go look for like.
Start making yourself attractive again.
Gang,
We'll
gang.
go look for
Gang
like.
gang.
We'll go look for natural
Nafanya hivi.
remedies.
If you don't get it, forget about it.
Go to hivi. Yo, shorty, what's up? What's crack-a-lacking? Yeah, but these are real things. These are real things. And now the other day I was seeing they were saying that now men are getting this in nini flaccid nini even 20s. Remember, it's not working. I don't know if it's food or something.
My friend, diet.
Anyway,
No,
back
for
to
that
the
I don't
Swapper
think
junk
that
food.
the 20-year-olds are taking Viagra because their members are not working. They just take it because
No, but watch out
they
on those ones. Watch out on those ones. I'm talking about this flaccid member. It's a
Yeah.
thing. It's becoming a popular thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's beside
Machine,
the point.
machine.
So this babe, see, she gets to the house, right? At that point, he has told you his nini is not working, and all these things don't work on him. What are you doing?
Si tunaenda kwa mganga, natural remedies.
Okay. Anyway, so huko hiyo country pahali wako hakuna waganga. So the guy is
Hakuna
like,
mwarobaini.
lakini wakona wizards
nini?
of technology.
Mukombero.
Yeah.
Wizard of technology. Kumbe
Dawa ya kiume.
wameshatengeneza kipamp hivi, unafanya tu hivi na mguu yako. She was describing to me this thing.
Hold on. So
And then
that
what the
inafurisha because
it lifts the
but she's still
support.
flaccid.
so it adds what? Air.
it can't, as in haina nguvu ya kusimama lakini inafanya kazi.
Oh.
Kusimama sasa ndio iko na
Why are you
Iko
doing
na
your hands
wobbly.
like this?
iko wobbly. Yeah,
Wobbly,
because
wobbly.
ikisimama hiyo ingine si
Wobbly.
inasimamanga hivi. Inasimama.
Yake iko hivi.
Shot, yake inasimama kai kwa hivi. Haina time ya kusimama. So that's why it needs support. Right? Sasa
So he can get a full on ejaculation.
all those functions can happen. Yeah.
But iko
Yeah,
downward
lakini,
facing. Downward facing dog.
Okay. So lazima
Si wajaribu style different.
yo, this is a real thing, man. It happens.
You tell me what style you can try when your member is facing the ground.
I mean,
You will figure it out. You'll figure it out. You have to work with what you have.
Inaitwa
Anyway,
chuma lakini si
guys,
chuma. It
focusing
can turn.
on the wrong thing. So, with that said, right? isn't it great to see how people, especially young girls who are dating older men or young men who are dating older babes who are now showing them, you know, before ilikuwa tu unaona mtu wako vacation ni kama anajipiga picha nini unashanga which tripod is that that's moving nafikiri ameenda na drone
kumbe ni mtu
kumbe ni mzae wa wenyewe tu ameshikilia simu hivi
ni mubabes
everywhere she is. Okay, take me as I'm walking here, listen, take me as I'm walking here. Press this button.
No, stand there. Don't stand on this side.
Amejirecord. Yeah? That guy is over there. At least nowadays babes are showing. I feel like it's not been frowned upon as much to date an older guy.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
Now, if it's a good-looking older guy, yes. If not,
you were those good-looking older guys in Nairobi, Awako.
You know something I've noticed about Kerry, and maybe you guys can tell us because you guys watch the show, right?
What?
Kerry is superficial. The first thing Kerry thinks about in any relationship setup is looks. Number one. Like not at 2, 3, okay, fine, looks matter, but like they can be number 4. But for Kerry, you see, like we've talked about this older guy situation, as long as he's good looking.
Yeah,
right?
but is in attraction also like physical?
No.
I'm not saying it's only, but it also is.
Yeah, but like how is that the first thing?
Yeah, that's the first thing. You notice someone's looks and then you go on and ask them questions to notice their attraction up here.
Bro, I'm just going to be honest with you. All these things I've seen, I don't think attraction plays any part. I feel like attraction plays a part one way. Because you become wrinkly. You become wrinkly. You know, I feel like, Kerry, you haven't absorbed old aging. You know, us as babes, aging is just part of the conversation, right? You start being told, you know, clock ticking, boobs sagging, skin falling apart, menopause, you're told all sorts of things. Men, it seems like you're just told aging like fine wine until your scrotum touches the ground. You start aging then like you start asking, Daddy, what is going on?
Yeah, there's some fact in that. Like, men, we don't really concentrate so much on you're gonna go grow old, because you've seen older guys still having kids, still having famous.
Like Atoli just had a toy.
And you feel like
isn't he like 80 years old?
No, he's like 78 or 70 something.
Yeah.
Imagine
he's 80.
Yeah, because they're wearing a gold chain. Just say go to what? Go to you.
So you're there thinking like what we were talking about in the previous episode. You can go make your money, and then you, even if you are in your 60s, you'll still, if you have money for a 20-year-old, you'll get a 20-year-old.
Sasa ukipatana na whatever, right? Old age stuff, because there's so many things that are in play, right? And then, okay, anyway, you better get a wife who's a dietitian.
Honestly, that's the only way you can stay forever.
And then the worst part is, I feel like these older guys, they're so brave, because like you're there with the babe, you know, you've coolered that blue pill, you know, you've gotten the one who's just fresh out of high school, you know, she just gotten into uni, she didn't know shit. Literally, she didn't know shit. Most especially the most important shit that you need, which is CPR. My friend, umegongwa hapo heartbeat iko 100 and wewe safari rari uko WRC,
to mouth,
right? And that time you're needing foaming there on the mouth. You're just like, damn, I should have gotten an adult.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right? And then there you're just dead. Breaking news. Baba Nani has been found in a hostel. And his pants were on the ankles. And it seems like, do you know how many times you hear a story like that? Like the guy actually had a heart attack. Sasa now imagine unapigiwa
and the
simu.
person doing postmortem, like they don't feature, they say, oh, we found a can of energy drink. We kind of found an energy drink, and also his system looks like he had taken Viagra.
Yeah. If you had just Panadol in your system, they
don't go on and say it.
He's quiet. He'll just be like, it was it was natural causes, whatever. But Nini Viagra, anasema math.
There was
mention on the press conference.
Bold capital letters.
There
was Viagra in his system.
He was an upstanding man.
Hello, is this my quirky?
They say that, I swear. There's a story that was in the news.
No, she just said he was an upstanding man.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He has to say everything.
He came and went at the same time.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah? Ameendanga.
Mnajaribu kunipeleka. I'm not going with you.
No,
okay?
but now just imagine you're that child. right?
Because that's what you are, child.
No. You be easy.
Like, you know what wanasemanga, go to hell. Heaven hakuna sarcasm.
No, let me ask you a question, right? Just think about it. You're there chilling. Then your mom calls you. Yo, Joyce, I'm a Kerry. Sasa, Ebu come. Have you seen the news? No, don't watch the news. Just come.
Just come.
I'm like, what's going on? Now, of course, you go online. Right? Unaona, man, host hotel, penis, sky.
Viagra. Sky?
See, as in,
Yeah, he's gone.
Heaven.
it's a telegram. I don't know. Yani, na unaona hapo ni mtu wako daddy alikuwa na kasichana kwa nini kwa as in even at the funeral guys are talking.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Hapo ndio mama yako ana find out
kulikuwa na kamsichana.
Like umemwacha na maibu. These things happen. These
embarrassment on embarrassments.
Every time I hear these stories, I always think about, damn, the kids who are...
No, but there's also this girl. There's this girl.
There's a story. Hey.
She thought she had a price, but thinking of letting an old man kiss her and having to like touch him with his kitambi and like all of those things, like she can't do it. So she was telling all of these girls who are sugar babies, like,
kudos,
you guys. Can you imagine? Because those guys, they don't even know how to kiss, man.
So.
Like, you know what I mean? And then their kitambi is all the way until here. How do you get to the... And then...
You sit on it.
But not all babas have kitambis. They're skinny ones.
You sit on it.
Those are not the ones who are willing to spend all that money on you and
they're
take
skinny
you
ones.
to Greece.
No, even just skinny ones. Baba nani tu
Where are the skinny ones?
Nakwambia kuja kule nyama na kunywe Fanta. Kingfisher. Kingfisher mbili.
So anyway, yeah, even me, I thought...
imesimama kwa sababu tumbo iko kubwa aoni.
Very excited.
Yeah. No,
very excited.
Guys, it makes me sick.
Yeah.
To think.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Okay.
But also, just to add for men, another thing, so that you know, because men always tell us like, oh, your boobs will start sagging, even yours.
Yeah, if you go to the gym,
have you ever seen
Probably
an
if
old
you go to the gym and
skinny
you stop.
guy? No.
You didn't see Omarion and his A-cups on stage?
I swear to God, I love the fact that I'm learning that Kerry knows nothing about his
male
body.
aging.
If you go to the gym
have you ever
and
seen
you
an
don't
old
stop,
guy?
it won't.
Have you ever seen an old skinny guy?
Yeah.
Especially in the States, I see a lot of those, or somewhere on a beach island, even the coast, right? You see an old guy shirtless. What do you notice? And he's a skinny guy. Your skin sags, right?
True.
Your boobs, which you never had, you had pecs, right? They fall. Your muscle, you see, just feel anywhere where there's a muscle. You see here on your chest,
you didn't see
where you have muscle.
Wait.
It falls.
Wait. You didn't see Omarion and his A-cups
your nipples are facing downwards like
You didn't see Omarion and his A-cups on stage?
Omarion.
Run the tape. So yeah, there's a video of Omarion's latest performance. I guess he's been doing a tour.
Omarion, I got an ice box. I remember that six-pack.
And he's on stage shirtless as expected of Omarion. We all know Omarion when he was Omarion. But the only difference this time with his shirt off is he seems to have boobs.
Bro.
He's an A-cup.
He needs a bro.
Those are not pecs.
He's an
Those are titties. You didn't see that part where...
jiggling.
Bro.
Okay?
Bro. He needs a bro.
Use your eyes. Those titties be jiggling.
He needs a bro.
They jiggle, okay?
Did you see that part where he did this and I was just like slow motion jiggling? Slow motion.
Kwambox, I think you can give him your bra.
It's called a bro.
At your bro.
Ladies and gentlemen,
is,
to my homie. You've noticed that you're starting to feel a bit loose on the upper chest. Sindio? Well, introducing my brand new product, the Bro. Or the Bro Bra. This is for men who have man boobs. You don't need to be shy about it. Boobs are normal, right? Eat a bit, see some boobs. And you don't want to have that moment you're in the board meeting and your two nipples have simamad like this and guys are, they're seeing The bro. Get the bro. Save yourself the agony. Sometimes I've seen someone's boobs becoming wet. Moobs, bro boobs.
What?
Yeah.
What, sweat?
Yes.
Oh.
Because they are sweating. And you see,
if there's a lady over here,
they part of the thing is if they get sweaty, they absorb some of that. So unaona tu shati ya mtu iko imeandikwa hapa cap. So now I'm just supposed to, wacha kututempt.
Stop.
Right? Sitaki kwanza kukukatia.
Not cap.
Na sio amevaa shirt amefungua.
Fanya hapa chest workout huku
Every time I close kidogo akona nini alafu ametuachia hapo buttons open.
You got titties.
Right, just get the
I saw them jiggle.
Bro.
Yeah, they jiggle.
You saw that jiggle, right? Yeah, that's if okay, fine. That guy needs a bra. Otherwise, babes should go on stage with Nini.
Shirtless.
Oh yeah, yes.
Cause that stuff can turn someone on. There's a guy who's at the Nini there with his babe in the concert. They're grinding slow motion. Icebox. Then he's like, why am I looking at Omarion's titties? Am I gay?
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay? You're not gay. Those are
titties.
And men need to start speaking about the moves because they're real.
Man boobs.
Moves.
The moves. All right. They're real, man. Kerry, you're learning so many things about men.
I swear. You
need older men friends.
I saw the video. Older men friends, we don't talk about that.
No, just look at them. You'll be able to be like, hey, is there where my body's going? Because even with older women, that's how I learned. I knew, oh my God, that can happen. Why do they walk like that here? Your knees get tired. Shit, I need to start working out. Because especially for tall people. Have you ever seen how tall people walk when they are older? Like, it's like you throw the leg. It's like your knees are not working anymore. I noticed that shit when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? I only see this with tall people. Like, it's like
your knees have given up on me.
You throw the bottom leg. Foot.
Yeah, continue making fun of short girls.
Right?
That's our knees.
So no, it's a real thing. Tall people struggle with back issues and knee issues when you get older.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's true.
So when I saw that shit, nakwambia mimi utoka kwa kitanda kani nimetembea squat. Squat. Kick. And stop. So I do it every morning. Yeah. Just make sure those knees are
There's a friend of mine who used to be 6'5", now he's 6'4". Once he hit like 40, he started shrinking. For real. I'm not even joking, like back issues, growing older.
Yeah.
He's 6'4" now.
Is it that they don't stand up straight, they slouch?
No, like even your spine. I don't know what the fuck happens to your spine.
Happens.
Something.
So many things can happen. You can become smaller in some places.
And then I
like your back spine.
You know what I was going to say something inappropriate as well. It's fine. I told him it's just an inch. Like, yeah, an inch is a lot.
It's a lot, yo. It's a lot. Like,
and
now
it's
I'm
also
5'11" and I'm 5'10".
It's quite rare to find tall old men.
Yeah, like really, really tall.
No, for real. I feel like all old people are short.
You start shrinking at some point. Me, I'm convinced.
I've never seen a really tall elderly person.
They don't live very long.
They are 6 foot.
What do you mean?
And they are 90.
You've seen a 6'5", 90-year-old man.
Guys, unfortunately, in Kenya, you're not going to see tall people, guys.
But we have tall people.
Like, which one?
Like my friend who's 6'5".
He's from Kenya.
He's 6'4".
Is he from Kenya?
Yes.
You have lied.
I'm being serious. He's Kikuyu. Bro, Kikuyu is actually
6'5" Kikuyu.
I've
never seen a Kikuyu 6'5".
I had an uncle who was 6'2", the other was 6 feet tall. I'm being serious.
And you guys will steal them from the...
No! Kikuyu, we have a wide variety.
So you mixed with Masai?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
But like full Kikuyu, me, us we are not mixed at all. Us we are purebred Kikuyus.
How do you know?
Because I know my great-grandparents and my grandparents.
Masais and Kikuyus.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It must have been from there, not from now. As of now, all of us are Kikuyus. Like we are purebreds. Yeah. But I had an uncle who was 6'2", another one was 6 feet.
Those are the Masais.
Yeah, so Kikuyu, there's a very wide... That's why you'll find very light Kikuyus and then you'll find very dark Kikuyus. We have wide... Bantus just have a wide variety of facial features and bodies.
It's true. Yeah. Thank you so much for derailing the conversation.
Because I wanted to tell you about my Morema people. That's why I wanted to segue into my Morema people from Kikuyu.
Yeah.
So there's an... you know where I'm going with this. Thank you.
Good job.
There's an imaginary roundabout in Kikuyu. and even the police can
like the imaginary tall people you've just told us about.
No. Like it's an imaginary roundabout in Kikuyu where even the police will arrest you for instead if you drive straight instead of going around like a roundabout, the police will arrest you.
And what's there?
Run the tape.
Kama kuna roundabout inakuanga imaginary ni hii iko hapa Kikuyu. Hapa hata usipo imagine kuna roundabout hata unalala ndani juu polisi ana expect uimagine. Ona huyo ameimagine. Ona mwingine lazima imagine kuna ona huyo. Sasa hapa lazima imagine. Hii ndio mambo iko Kikuyu.
There's nothing there, but are you seeing the cars going round? Yeah. You just imagine. Use your imagination. Otherwise you'll be arrested.
Wait, let me get this straight. So like now let's imagine like we've just arrived in
in
this is Kikuyu town.
Yeah, Kikuyu town.
And then that junction you drive straight, the cop will stop you.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to Kikuyu town this weekend.
Just use your imagination.
We are going to that roundabout. I want to see a cop trying to arrest me.
Use your imagination.
What do you mean?
I'm being serious.
What's wrong? Okay, anyway, but if you're in Kenya, see this is Kenya. You're supposed to imagine which lane you're in.
So why not imagine a roundabout?
Imagine
but
the roundabout.
You're seeing the cars actually going round as if it's bro. I was my guy.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're a foreigner, you're like, why have you stopped? I have to imagine that there's a red light here because the cop has told me to stop. Right? I have to imagine that I'm the only driver on the road. People imagine that they are.
Because that's why they drive the way they drive.
Right?
Yeah.
And matatus imagine all the time that there's a stage
anywhere,
like there in the middle of the highway.
Country.
Yeah.
Wow. You have to imagine that. You have to imagine that the road is tarmac.
Just imagine it.
Sasa imagine hapa yani ni tarmac. Sasa kama ile you know can I ask you guys?
Shout out to the people who stay in Parkland. Sorry for cutting you short. Yani huko you think it's the best neighborhood ever. Lakini ukipita hapo hivyo around Diamond Plaza as unashanga ini barabara kweli. Ama you live in Kilimani ati we are just behind Adlife Plaza.
You know funny now.
Uko nyuma kumbe ni shamba. On Kirichu wa shamba.
Kilimani and Parklands are the only two places where you can play bano. Yani, you just come with the marbles.
The terrain is there.
Unaweza pali popote na ushinde. But you know what I find crazy, yeah? Nilikuwa naenda kusema nini wazee umenisaulisha point yangu.
Imagine your thought itarudi sai tu like you are Kenyan you can do a really
sasa unataka
good job.
Nilete imagination.
We're
imagining everything. So that's crazy though.
I don't know why you're still hitting on Kikuyus and their height. Ndio maana unasahau hizi vitu.
No, I'm just saying like it's crazy to have an imaginary roundabout. But that's Kenya for you.
It's Kenya for you, man.
I mean, we even have imaginary workers. One of the key things in this country, by then niliambia Kenyans, guys, you guys are taking this thing as a joke. We either need to get a Sangoma or Ghostbusters. Because honestly,
who you gonna call?
Like honestly, either you call a Sangoma kuja hapo or cleanse the place.
Nini, ghost workers.
Right, and I know two Sangomas. I've been sparing them for tough times, right?
If life goes the way you don't,
because one of them took a sabbatical from social media. I think anaenda to increase her powers. And she comes back. Hey,
multiply.
We're going to sort out all these problems.
Wonderful.
Say that we get and an exorcist. And an exorcist.
Exorcist, I agree.
But I always wonder, like, how come the Catholic Church has never thought about exorcising iyo demon yenye kwa nini iyo child molestation?
Yeah.
Right inside the house. There's a demon inside the house.
Because unaweza fanya exorcism. Unaweza fanya exorcism ya nini? Ya hizi vitu.
Pedophilia. Catholics are going to be
call everything out and that's where they draw the line.
No, that's just real talk.
Yeah, but the truth.
At what point do you ask?
Wait.
You've remembered?
No, we've derailed so far. I forgot. You know, I told you about retired socialite.
Yeah, where were you going with that?
Exactly. So I didn't say it. So there's a babe who's a retired socialite. Sawa.
Ooh.
She's called Pesh. Remember I told this story?
Yeah.
So this babe,
from where?
She's from here in Kenya, right? Yeah. She was going to Ghana, right? And then somebody gave her a suitcase, and then she was coming to Kenya. No, she was going to Ghana.
Yeah.
And someone gave her a suitcase. Rookie mistake number?
One. She took it.
She's like, actually, her story had someone gave her a suitcase that, and then
run the tape.
I meet a friend who introduces me to the boyfriend's friend. No, Ghanaian. So
thank you for the correction.
So and I'm traveling to Ghana just for my trip to ya kawaida. Naenda to have fun and stuff. Then this boyfriend to my friend tells her that tell Pesh to come and be around with us. Si anaenda kuona beshte yangu. Maybe naweza mtuma, maybe wacha ataka hapa karibu. And I went there. I had packed my suitcase. I can't remember the hotel, but around the airport. Okay, so I checked my suitcase, I packed my stuff, I go to the hotel, and the guy is like, you see, my friend is a rich person. Why are you carrying this small suitcase? Take this big one and you go. Kikuja utajaza shopping, what, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, this suitcase, I opened that suitcase, nilifungua kila mahali Obina, and I checked, hakuna hata receipt, nothing for your suitcase, it was empty. And I just emptied my stuff, and I said, oh, it's a nice idea. For the night, I slept. Then in the morning, I'm like, okay. They're like, tukupeleke airport. We called a taxi, tukaenda airport. Check in, kapita vizuri. Aya. Kaland Ghana. Visa on arrival.
Okay.
I check out. Pale natoka kabisa. Someone is like, hey, come. This guy comes and like asks me questions. Actually, wacha to check your bag. And I'm like, but the other people are passing. Why are you calling me? Mbona unani single? Ananiambia it's random. Okay. Here it is. Naangalia like, but the bag is heavy. But there's stuff inside. Why are you saying it's heavy? Thank you, Pamela. Yeah, kutoka hapo wakaanza kuitana. We went to some room. Then they dismantled the bag. Then at the bottom of the bag, kulikuwa na some brown envelope. And I'm like, Jesus.
So, nini liko kwa hiyo envelope ya brown?
Heroin. Apparently, so wakaandika substance suspected to be heroin, imepelekwa sijui wapi, kaenda kupimwa, this and that.
Kilo ngapi?
I think around 4 kg.
4 kg. Ulikuwa na heroin 4 kg kwa suitcase na ukujua akiwe pesho unapanga wewe.
She was with a friend of hers and they were traveling to Ghana. And so her friend is like, oh, you need a bigger suitcase, right? Because clearly her things were not fitting. So she's like, me, my friend will hook you up, nini. So
they'll even give you shopping, your small bag will not fit.
Yeah. So they give her a
things
suitcase.
will not fit in your small
empty
bag.
Suitcase. She said she looked in that suitcase, haikuwa na kitu yoyote. So she packed her things, she went to Ghana. What she hadn't garnered is that she had inside there in her bag, she was carrying cocaine.
Heroin.
Was it heroin? Heroin, yeah.
And she gonna get
hero
caught.
Comes along is what the Ghana immigration guys were just seated there. They were like, Charlie, where? We did listen to Whitney Houston, Hero. There is a heroin.
That was.
Yo. Oh, that's a nice one. Wow.
And then,
double entendre.
And then she was told to swim on the side. You know the way like they just. But this used to happen to me a lot when I was coming from Nigeria. Every time I just come from the Nini,
they'd stop
they'd
you.
single me out. And that time there's a whole plane of people. They'd single me out. They tell me, "Hi, open your suitcase." You know, in the first day, the second day, the third time. After that, I realized it's because I'm a young babe from West Africa, right? Apparently, there's so many stories of babes.
East Africa?
Yeah, East African babes taking drugs to West Africa. They're usually used as convicts. So this babe, anyway, fast forward, they check the suitcase. Remember, she looked in the suitcase, it was empty. How did they find 4 kilos of heroin? Right? It had been, you know, like, unafikiri suitcase kumbe ati ni ya dhamani. Ni heavy hitter. Oh, bro. Nimebeba cocaine. But then heroin. But then there's a question Obina asked her there. Like, how can you carry 4 kgs in a suitcase and not know?
You don't know.
Like, unless, like, when you fall out, I'm not in a bad way, Pesh. You know. Where's si peshte yangu, lakini? Lakini 10 years in prison, mazina ku respect. Right? She spent 10 years in a Ghanaian prison.
No, she was sentenced for 10. She spent 7 because of good behavior.
7 is a lot, nigga.
Oh, still, it's
7
a
is
lot.
a lot. 7 is a whole chapter of your life.
But especially
because she retired from her career.
From socializing.
No, I would say, especially because this was like 10 years ago, it's very possible because there's also a case of somebody, not that I know, like I think it was a family friend or something.
Umemruka?
No, simruki. I don't know her like that. Remember when wedges were a thing? The shoes wedges. See, now her she was being gifted.
like
No, the shoes. Now they're they are coming back. But you remember when wedges were wedges, you used to have like very high wedges.
Yeah.
So she was gifted wedges by her mother-in-law who was Nigerian. Akaenda akashikwa zilikuwa na nini? Cocaine. So I don't blame
wedges were heavy.
Exactly. So I don't blame Pesh, imagine. Don't blame her. Yeah.
Lakini kama ingekuwa wedges suitcase.
Yeah. Still.
Put it like this. Yeah. You take a suitcase na kuna packet mbili za unga hapo ndani na haujui.
No, and this was
packet mbili za unga.
And this was this was 10 years ago. No, this was 10 years ago.
You know when you put it like that, packet ya unga ni 2 kg.
Ile ingine inaitwaje? Kamagera.
So she's got
probably alifikiria like you were saying, these are heavy
2 packets
duty
of
whatever suitcase. That's probably why
and you can't
heavy.
see it.
Sugar packet
bro, if you can put it in wedges, you can put it in a suitcase. I don't blame Pesh. I can see how that would happen.
Anyway, so the moral of the story, because she seems like, I mean, you're a socialite.
Yeah.
You should know better. It seems like you have at least a bit of education. You're a bit exposed, right?
Again, 10 years
and you
ago,
see this kind of stories like happen there too many times. In fact, I saw a statistic somewhere. I'm not too sure about the actual numbers, but they were saying thousands of Kenyans are in different prisons around the world serving time
being mules.
for being mules.
Yeah.
Right?
That
Thousands.
you saw the story for Nduta?
Yeah. And
was
her
she
sister
actually hung?
Her sister was saying, we don't know. They're still in conversation. Her sister was saying it was her first time to travel. Yeah. So, but then there was another story that her chomoka that she was from Ghana. No, her sister came and refuted, her twin sister came and refuted that story and said, this was the first time Nduta had traveled.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. So it seems, okay, maybe let's say Nduta was a bit ignorant, right? And it seems a lot of people just don't know the basics. Let's just go around the table. What are some of the first tips you were given about traveling? Because, when you are traveling, leaving the country, you're leaving Kenya, I'm sure there's some tips you were given, right? So I'll go first. Never carry anything for anyone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
As in, ata kama ni mama na mtoto, help me with this bag, bitch.
Yeah.
No thanks.
I don't even need to explain further than bitch. I ain't doing shit.
I'll be like, excuse me?
If things weren't happening in the world, I just look at if I'd never read the news, I just see a mother with a boob out and the baby,
you know what
she's
I
struggling.
mean? You're like,
right?
acha nikusaidie.
But now, bruh,
nope.
I don't want to
Miss
find
me with it.
And also, I've seen banged up abroad. Banged up abroad.
Banged up abroad, yeah.
I am not about to be banged up abroad.
You're like, no, thank you.
That way.
No thanks.
At least hapa kamiti, at least nakuwa na kusema mtoto ameanguka kwa kisima, at least I know the lingo. At least you can chapa stories like, kama ulikuwa unatubambanga kwa radio,
bro.
we were seated there. Now I'm just seated in a prison where I don't even know the language. There's a discussing me, Chale, look at this one.
Wanakupangia tu hapo
Meat
na
from
hata
East
uelewi ni nini
Africa.
wanasema.
We are going to eat you tonight, A cup.
Because they already gave you like a nickname.
Who do you think you are, Marion?
Prison name. It's your prison bitch name, Ekap.
Jesus.
Another one I've been told is never leave your bag unattended. And this is not unattended at you leave your bag. Kwanza, if you're that person that you leave your bag outside the bathroom and for you to go on and use it. Unattended even to a point of, like, let's say you are at the lounges, the restaurants and whatnot, and you are seated here and then your bag is over here behind you.
At all times.
Yeah, it needs to be like there. You're not supposed to be seeing it at all times, because chances are someone might slip something in your bag and then they go on and say this person wearing this, having this type of bag
has drugs.
Yeah, they're the ones who are carrying it, so that when you fika uko the destination, you either get mugged ama as in they take your bag because you're that mule now who doesn't know. So never leave your bag unattended. Hata ukisimama usisimame iko nyuma yako, yeke hivi mbele, like if you have a suitcase or anything, because someone might just slip something inside.
True.
You know the other, okay, wow, Sheila. Wow.
What is it? What are you going to say?
Okay, I've just had a thought, but hear me out, guys, right?
Oh, God.
So,
Once
I was just thinking about, because the internet is such a wild space, and I was thinking about, like, abandoned suitcases or people who steal suitcases at the airport. I always wonder, where do they take that? Yeah. But I've also seen people who go and buy suitcases that are left at the airport. I think they usually auction for like $100 or something like that. And you go, you can pata, like,
I've seen on TikTok.
two things, you can pata both things, right? Anyway, so I started thinking, I was like, why would I steal suitcases. Like, what would be the big reason? Like, what's the one thing? Of course, jewelry, but used underwears, right? Because there's a whole market for that.
Yeah, on OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah, of course,
eBay,
yeah.
something.
Like, an airport is a place where you can get variety. Have I just given someone an idea?
Unachukua tu chance.
My guy, you can just imagine how many suitcases you open. They opened my suitcase. They only stole my underwear.
Because the honesty inakuanga hapo hivyo kwa treadmill, yani
Just people are doing these things. Now we do
suitcase yako inapita mtu achukui. Wow, it's a lot.
I saw this thing about used gym socks and how men, let me tell you something. Men are so weird. I don't want to just narrow in on men, but like fetishes, majority of them, even if you look at the studies, men are into weird things.
No, but
the men who are willing to pay an arm and a leg, the ones we know about.
Because babes, I think, we're about to
Yo,
discover.
I think so, yeah.
There's a babe who's earning like proper bucks. I think she earned what? I think she said like 10,000 USD from selling her used sweaty gym socks to men on the internet.
I swear.
Guys, just think about
I
it.
can never go broke. I already told you I'm going to start selling pictures of my feet. Now there's the option of my gym socks. Me, I'll never go broke.
Just think about it.
You need to find something
I'll
to sell.
never go broke.
Yeah?
While we're still on the airport, before we move on.
But also, wait first. These people for buying these used socks, they just go to toy.
No, hizo ziko zimeoshwa.
Unafikiri nguo za toy ziko zimeoshwa?
Si inakuanga iko na ile harufu ya mtumba. Si I think they osha it with something.
Put it in a Ziploc
So
bag.
aende kwa nini inaitwaje Salvation Army. Sadly zinapakiwa and tu kind of
akichukua
anachukua tu za
biashara ya mtu bro, acha make do.
Mimi nishawaambia hata pali I've told you where to go and start a hustle. Unakaa tu nyumbani ati this job at the airport is not paying enough. What are you waiting for?
If I ever go broke, I'm selling my underwear.
Facts.
If I ever go broke, I'm selling my underwear.
I am selling who?
Sijui.
Babes, maybe to some guys in a prison.
Honestly,
I don't care who gon' buy
like for real.
You do, let me ask you. Okay.
I don't care who is.
I have a question.
For real.
I have a question. So, you want to let's imagine. See, you're broke, right?
Yes.
You go to your homie and you tell him, "Damn, my mind is actually a wild place." I get it, guys. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
and I asked you if you're okay.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
No, you're not.
So, your boy tells you, like you're venting to your guy. You tell him, man, life is difficult.
I need money.
Yeah, the way things are at the end of this month, I might nikubaya. Yeah, I'm even thinking of selling my underwear. Oh, for real? Okay, cool. See, how many do you have right now? I buy stock. I want to support your business. Let me know site. Then now I can be working a standing order. Would you continue giving this guy? Is your homie supporting your business, by the way?
I'd sell them
what
to
kind
you.
of friends are these, first of all?
I will sell them to you.
Support you, man.
I will sell them to you, but you won't be friends.
He said, I'm even willing to sell my underwear.
You just sell the first stock and then you stop being friends.
Yeah, we stop being friends. Like Abisa, I would.
So you'll still take his
sell
money.
them. It's my underwear.
So you'll still take his money.
See, Mimi.
Whore.
It's my hey.
Wait, but how does that make you a whore?
It's not part of
You
the
still take the money.
But it's my underwear.
You sell your underwear?
No, but I'll sell my socks.
But it's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll sell my sweaty gym socks.
Why not underwear?
Why not underwear?
Bro, that's so intimate, my guy. You just want to go like...
Your feet are also
You
intimate.
want people to like smell your private parts?
It's expensive.
They're paying for it.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm also a whore. Take it.
Shit.
Yeah. It's expensive.
That was so fast. Your mind changed too quickly, guys. Anyway, yeah. So all I'm saying is that in this world, if you're not making money, imagine it's out of choice.
Like there's so many options, man. That don't even involve showing your body.
Yeah.
Every day I see things, I'm just like, wow. And then,
Ati nikitoa nieke
Like,
kwa
why am I
Ziploc
broke?
bag too.
Imagine.
yeah. And then someone will tell you, okay,
I would do lives every day.
so here, let's.
I already told you
Okay,
I'm
not
going to
see
start
live
selling my
nikitoa
feet.
nikieka
Feet
kwa
pictures.
nikionesha Ziploc.
Simuongeleshane ati nini?
I would sell them every day. I'd do lives on Instagram showing my Ziploc bags. I'm like, this one I wore on Monday, this one Tuesday, Wednesday.
This one I'm calling it Crusty Monday.
On sale right now.
So it starts
Kwanza, this
Thursday.
one I wore when I went to the gym.
This one kwanza I tembered from Kajiado.
So I did 10,000 steps.
Kajiado in a shoe that I wore when I was in high school. And I walked with this shoe from Kajiado, right? To Nairobi. And I made sure it was a hot day and I was wearing doll shoes, right? Leather, tight, right? Actually, I have a jigger. So it has really been disturbing me. So it really crusted in there. So...
Chica, man, chica. Yeah, just like
I'm guessing that's what, when you're buying socks for feet now.
Description. I'm guessing
you
that's
can
where you
type
type
socks,
right there.
feet.
Yeah.
Feet, they were in the feet.
Describe the
Very
item.
outer. You gotta be, you gotta stand up.
Answer,
bro.
Go for it.
Imagine, well. I feel like, do you know how underwears are so intimate?
Right?
Bruh.
Like your
even
private
bras.
parts?
Even bras.
Yeah?
Yeah, boob sweat.
Would you sell your bra?
If I'm selling my underwear, actually, of course I'm going to sell my bras.
I understand that.
If I'm not going to sell my body, this body is gonna make me money. Okay?
Forget selling. We're digressing so much on this, but listen to this, yeah? You used underwear.
Wow. We're digressing.
Yeah. How do you dispose?
You wash it?
No, old. Wrong choice of words.
Really great question.
Yeah. Unatupa hivyo tu.
You throw it in the takataka. Yeah.
Unaosha alafu unatupa.
Lazima ikuwe imeoshwa.
Oh, wait, you wash and throw?
Yes.
But you're throwing it in the garbage with other things.
It goes old. It doesn't grow old on my body.
Yeah.
Okay? After a while is when I see, haka ni kashimo.
You know what's ironic? Me who says I'll sell my underwear if I go broke, I usually burn mine.
What in the Illuminati witchcraft shit is going on?
I burn mine.
That sounds like a...
No, listen to me.
That sounds like a
You're throwing it in the garbage with other things, bro.
Yeah,
and then mtu ashike akuroge. Mtu aipate nini?
The lunge in him has come out.
I burn mine.
How? What aishika aje? You're disposing it with
the garbage guys. Have you seen these guys in the garbage truck vile wanakuanga yani nini?
Ni kama
wako hivyo treasure hunt.
Aoshe aende avae.
From the garbage with the rotten avocado from 3 days ago.
My guy, sis, everything is recycled.
Shut up.
Do you know do you know the guys actually sit in the garbage? They sit in the garbage the whole day going from nini. Wewe hiyo garbage truck inakupita tu mara moja na unaanza for 5 minutes. Yeah, anakaa kwa hiyo takataka. So the things that they find, one man's trash. Exactly. It's true. Unapata demu wa huyo msee wa takataka naambiwa babe nimekuletea nini mpya. Ni hiyo recycled underwear yako ulikuwa umetupa kwa dustbin. So make sure you wash it. Ndio at least ampeleke keko safi.
Ampeleke safi. Ai. Amjaisikia watu urogwa. Nini the guy with the pump machine thingy. Labda unarogwa alafu hiyo inaanza kupoint chini ya isimami.
But then, when they do, it's an interesting point.
If you're superstitious enough, it's possible.
Even forget superstition. Witchcraft. Underwear is used underwear is used for 3 things that Changa. I know of so far. Changa, fetish, ya kuuzia watu kwa internet, and witchcraft. So for example, if you go to Mganga, right? All these stories you hear, see news, these articles, babe, say ati, alafu kaniambia, niende, si unajua Jonte, venye yako ananipenda, alafu ameenda na bibi mwingine, wameenda tu ni kama amerogwa. So nikasema, wacha nifanye Jonte arudi. So nikaenda kwa mganga. Mganga kaniambia, uko na nguo yake ile ya kisirisiri, ile ya kichini. Suruali. Achukue suruali. Boxer. Nikachukua hiyo boxer. Nikapelekea mganga. Mganga kainusa akasema hapana, hii si ya Jonte. No, but for real though, I've digressed. They tell you that to letter their underwear.
Stop!
Walai. Ati then Jonte. Sasa unaona venye Jonte hata sasa siku ya 3 Jonte akakuja. Jonte hajaitoka hapa hata sasa ninaanza kushangaa ni kama alimwekea kong. Hatoki. Amekwama tu kwa nyumba. No, but for real though, they say that they use underwear.
Yeah.
You have to bring an intimate thing of this person.
I've had stories of people not only burn their underwear, they cut them into pieces.
That's sex. Yeah. So you can take a piece of it.
No, I once
cut it into pieces.
You once what? Finish.
I once dated somebody, where while I was burning mine, she was cutting hers.
Aye.
So you were just a bunch of
and then she figured out anyway burning is good. So we had like a little bonfire and
so you were just doing witchcraft.
Watch it, man. It wasn't witchcraft.
You are doing they use witchcraft.
You are doing witchcraft
and
as
this
a couple.
Together as a couple.
Burning your underwear, that's
like,
witchcraft.
That's a seance right there.
Yeah,
what were you saying while you were burning?
Nothing really, like, ooh, fire, imewaka.
Those are the words. Those are the seance words. Naiwake. Navutishwa. You see? Exactly. Guys, no. But seriously though, I'd love to know, how do you dispose your underwears? Because I thought people are just washing and trashing.
Washing and trashing, wow, I've never had that.
Because
you just tupa.
There is nothing of mine that's going with this underwear.
No, because like the logic is, by the time you're washing it, that's when you realize, this imefika its last wear. That's how I
Not
view.
The last time you picked it up and tried to wear it.
No, when you're washing it, you're like, hey, imezeka, it's time to go. Is that simple?
Elastic in a sag.
Simple.
Oh damn. Okay.
Anyway, now that we've spoken about underwear, let's move on.
No, there's something. Before I tell you the crazy thing I've seen, I wanted to ask, like, all these stories of people being busted with drugs at airports. Have you ever had someone being busted with drugs at JKIA?
Yes.
I haven't.
But I haven't.
The last JKIA one I had was like
a long time ago.
Yeah. All these other ones, someone would leave. They would leave JKIA with the drugs, chapa, nini, different airports up until they go on to the one airport that they got busted with, like Nduta's Toro. She left JKIA, passed through Qatar, and then went to Vietnam. That's where she was shikwad with it. And Pesh, she left JKIA all the way till Ghana. That's when she was shikwad at Kotoka. So, as in, is there a lapse at JKIA?
Hiyo airport inaitwaje?
Kotoka.
Wanataka kujua pahali umetoka.
Penye mmekotoka.
Hizo vitu zenye umekuja nazo.
Kotoka.
Najua tunasema kwaba, but first tunataka kujua ni nini kana kwamba iko kwa bagi yako.
Umebeba hapo.
They have to make sure. Here guys wanataka tu ya macho. Ya maidho. If you want to see somebody become blind instantly.
But yeah, macho. It's done anything.
Yeah. I've never seen any people who'd like to be made blind. Make me blind. See, I won't see anything.
Let's talk about Yamacho, yeah? At what point do you start asking for money from someone that you're in a situationship with?
Never.
Like, never?
Never.
It depends.
Yeah?
Najua, like saa zingine, men wanakujanga na nooks.
Hey.
Like, even
men
like...
just come with bad...
Juju.
You know, like I was living a good life. Then when I met you, that day I got an emergency, and it's not just me. A lot of babes say, like immediately they've met a guy. For some strange reason they get an emergency. Let me ask, guys, is it normal that when you meet a babe, all of a sudden she tells you she has an emergency?
It happens a whole lot.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? Men are bad luck.
No, it's not. What?
Because all of a sudden, out of nowhere, immediately a babe gets an emergency.
Men
and before she met you, there was no emergency.
No, I think it's the audacity to ask for money.
Have you ever thought about maybe your bad luck? Before you met her, before you came into life, Joyce? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm so sure before you met me, you were asking for money from somebody else. And then now that you've met me, and
maybe you're just
we've just linked up once. You want money?
What?
Or we are flirting.
Do we turn out?
You want money?
Do we turn out married?
But guy,
do we turn out married eventually? Ama you break up with me?
Well, I'm single now, so
you see, that's what I'm saying. Like when I look at it, now when I finally get the one I get married, I look back and I'm like a string of bad luck.
God.
Oh no!
She keeps bringing it back to men.
So the reason why
I can only speak of what I know.
The reason why I'm saying this, yeah.
If it works like
run
that.
The tape.
Hii wanaume mumegongwa hii Gulf, lakini poleni manze. Sasa kuna wanaume kadhaa almost 11 wameni text inbox na wote wananitumia picha za mademu watatu. Si uko hapa kuexpose mtu ama kusema mtu ati like to be specific ni nani, lakini nimetumiwa majina ya madem watatu, picha zao na akaunti zao. Sasa hao madem Kenya wanafanya, I think hao madem wako full time job huku girl akukonu wanaume. Wanafanyaje? Wanaenda nini kwa TikTok, wanaingia kwa akaunti za wanaume, wana like. Sasa mwanaume of course akiona amelikewa na dem, ni madem warembo, amelikewa picha mingi na dem mmoja, si of course anaendanga inbox kumtext hi, na yeye anamfollow, dem anamfollow. Sasa dem wanaanza kuongea na jamaa, dem ati sasa hao madem wanakon au majamaa hivi, wanaingia kwa inbox, wanakwambia wanaenda vacation in the next 1 week na wako na kutu sana na wanataka uwatolee kutu wakienda. Mwanaume akisikia hivyo ati dem amekaa huku ako na kutu na anataka kwenda home na anataka kutolewa kutu before ende home, mwanaume akili kwanza zinaenda flat, zinaenda off. Jana mnaambiwa ati mmoja kwanza alikuwa ananiambia, aliambiwa tume 3500. Si hiyo si ni 100 ya Katal. Atume 3500 ati dem anunue P2 ndo wati wakikuja wacheze hivyo. Na imagine mwanaume akatuma, mwingine anaambiwa ati atume pesa msichana abukingi room, ati je hataki kwenda kwa hoteli. Kuna watu wanajua wako na hizi manyumba. Sasa ati atume 100 dem abukingi hizo nini, alafu jamaa atakuja tu waende. Imagine mwanaume anatuma. Wanaume wameoshwa bana. I'm just creating awareness bana.
This baby's amdaku.
No, but she's the one who's being sent for the udaku.
Yeah,
and then
who do you send udaku to? Who do you send udaku to?
But she didn't expose them.
To the
ndo aende aseme.
Udaku ndio pekee ndio
Can you focus on the moral of the story?
No, you are not seeing the point
Focus
that
on
these
the
babes are
moral
out
of
here
the
asking
story.
for money.
Okay,
But
number 2.
you,
We're just flirting. Hi.
Let me ask you something. I'm on your side now. Men
Thank
are
you.
the problem.
Thank you.
Unatumiaje mtu 3500 sijui ati ya P2?
See,
like you guys
Nivo.
will pay anything for nyash.
3,500 ya P2 enyewe.
Yeah.
You
Hapo
guys
pia
will
we
pay
need to put an
anything.
asterisk there.
I think it was
And
Kenya
you see,
shillings.
and that's what I
Either
find-
way.
and that's
you
what I
guys, hey.
No, lakini labda huko majuu hakuna ati majuu. Gulf, unajua labda ni haram.
Gulf bado ni majuu. Hata kama ni haram. So
Ni haram kumeza P2.
And
So
then-
hiyo P2 unaenda kubai kwa pedi. Ule
And then-
mwenye anasimama kwa
Listen.
kona kwa hivi ati unataka?
Wait.
Nani amekutuma?
And then men
Sinners
talk about
use-
men talk about how gullible women are. You seeing how gullible men are? I just come, I like all your pictures, all your videos. Ushaingia kwa DM. Kidogo come and see me, ushatuma pesa. All in the name of nyash.
Yeah. But
You are the ones who are gullible.
But you know, for me, when I see this story, I'm just like, guys, first and foremost, right? Hey, guys.
Men are the problem.
Let me. See,
Men are the
Hapa
problem.
kuna victims,
You know
by
why?
the
You're
way.
not
When
here
you
asking
wameibiwa
me why.
pesa.
You are not
Okay, why?
victims,
Why?
you're
Why?
corn dogs.
Ebu asked me why.
Why?
The other week we were talking about care package. Just to say kurudisha mkono kusema asanti, right? Tukasema tuweke Doritos hapo, tuweka Urban Bites, tuweka 1,000 bob,
not this story
right?
again.
But then you can send 3,000 bob, 500 for P2. Listen, sis, take all his money. Take all his money. Take anything. Kama amelala bado, make sure you take from the wallet. You can send 1,000 bob for taxi. As in, I can even get an emergency. The taxi guy can shukisha me Southern Bypass. Then I have to call you. Hi, what's your name again? You're the guy who I've just come from his house. Imagine the nini. Lakini unaweza tuma 3,500 to Dubai. Aya, number 2. Hey, kwanza unafaa kudishiwa. Unatuma 3,500 alafu unashtaki mtu. Tunakula hiyo L kama nyamaza. Uko majuu. You are abroad.
And
No,
then
hauko
on top
majuu.
of
Uko
that,
Kenya,
you-
unatumia mtu majuu.
Imagine.
Unatumia mtu Gulf.
Imagine.
Now even point 3. Kwani utakula hiki kitu osmosis? You deserve it.
No, first of all I'm going to say is men are the problem because okay, point number 1. Okay?
You know, Kerry brought this story. He thought we'll be like,
Be like,
enyewe. Because is there a man here in this Toro who's being twisted?
Hakuna.
Yeah.
Just okay.
They are.
I have a question.
How?
I have
You've
another one.
never met
I have
They
another
are
one.
being
before.
twisted. They're being
You've
told Nikona kutu,
never
kuja utoe kutu.
You say I'm twisting.
Well,
Kuna mtu
it's
akona
another
kutu,
arm.
your neighbor
I
akona
say leg.
kutu, endo utoe.
Here's another one, right? Okay. Let's say, okay, babes are so conniving and ingenious with their stealing ways, right? Let's imagine Mungai is in Dubai, right? Mungai tells, hey,
Nikona kutu.
Mazini, what?
No, I thought you were talking about kutu.
No, bro.
I'm sorry.
That's why you should let me finish my statement. Mungai, hana, ukona kutu.
Shout out to you in the comment section who keeps on saying you want to see Mungai.
So now, Mungai halas at you say, hey, maze, vitu zinaivana hapa Kerry, vitu zinaivana, deal. Fanya hivi, tuma 3,500, I'll tell you about it. Will you send?
No, nataka kujua ni nini
Yeah,
na
you'll do due diligence.
Yeah.
You'll do due diligence.
Yes.
My guy. This is why like nature has to do its job. At some point it's just like hii kitu lazima uiangushe with gravity because we need to keep him safe in his old age.
Natural selection.
Iangushe hiyo kitu ifike kwa ground. Hey, because the amount of near death experiences that are facing this guy.
My guy.
You're sending 3,500. You know you should do due diligence. Like it's the right thing to do. Let's do it.
First of
Don't
all,
listen to your mini head. Use your the
big head.
Real size head to think.
They can't.
Somebody is hollering
Impossible.
at you and saying,
Unataka kutoa mtu kutu Dubai.
Yeah.
Na your neighbor pia ako na kutu. So
Yeah.
you utoe neighbor.
yeah, you deserve it.
Honestly.
Not in a bad way.
It's okay, not really deserve it, but maybe that's a curse for guys. You know, maybe. Yeah, I swear.
You want to say curse?
Yeah.
You
I
want to
swear.
say curse?
Yes.
You're cursed.
Yes, we are cast because
You know with
sometimes
Zonga
you
you're
don't know how
supposed
to
to do
think.
due diligence.
No, sometimes you don't know how to think. I think babes also face this thing as well.
Which one?
But the problem is with guys, it's full on. Like it happens throughout an entire month. Madam, as in when a chick is ovulating, I am so sure that babe would do whatever.
No.
Like, she can even send money.
To be honest, you've just met a few of them, right? Let me tell you, the one thing that God
A
usually...
babe ovulate, they will do everything.
No, you ovulate, yes, you feel hot. My guy, even you start having conversations, even, hey, yeah, wow, okay. Me, you see me?
Yeah.
Now I'm just like,
No. I like your A-caps.
yeah? And then I'm asking myself, what the fuck? Oh, which day is it? Yeah, makes sense, right? All of a sudden, you're just like, hey, by the way, Nani,
And I have zero.
And then you ask yourself, what the hell am I doing, right? Kesho naamka uko tu back to soberness. You're like, wow, I almost made a mistake. But a guy, even if he knows, even the sign is telling him, hey, huyu ananikumbusha ule mwingine mwenye alikuibia fair. It was in these exact words. She actually used the same template.
Same.
But what if she gives me nyash?
Imagine.
It would be nice.
What if this one is different?
But I mean, 99% is showing I'm being stolen from. But what if there's that
What if?
0.011
Right?
that I get nyash?
Because they think they're so special.
I think it's important I give her this cash.
Yeah. Number one, conning has become a very creative art. In recent days, that one I have never had before.
Use all your talents.
That one I have never had before. And I wish she showed the pictures of these babes because I'm sure they were paying. And that's what made those men think, I'm so special that this paying babe chose me. To ask for help from.
Yeah.
And look at the Airbnb she's getting me. She cares about me.
Yeah.
And look at her. She's paying.
Yeah.
That has to be the one thing that was ringing in. He thought he was so special. All those men, they thought they were so special because that babe is so beautiful.
Because the truth is, wacha tu tuambiane. In fact, I'm so glad, Joyce, you finally caught up when I started this conversation. Wacha nikuulize swali. Kama huyo dame si peng type yako. Ako tu hapo mnaongea ni ule average mwenye tu naiptanga we Stacy uko? Mnaweza pitia hapo 5 minutes. Nikusalimie. Kusalimie. Shake my hand. Coming to say hi. So huyo hata unamaliza kama umetoka. You don't even go very far from there. Hapo tu kwa sitting room. You go. That one is she's always readily available for you. You know those babes who like you don't love but like
but anakupatia tu.
Yeah. And then how will you ever send her fare? If she asks you for money,
she don't ask for fare.
Does she ask?
If she were to ask,
no. Have you created a scenario, a space? Because babes, it's not all guys you ask for money.
Yeah.
There are guys hata akikuongelesha tu unajua huyu ni mgamu. Huyu ni mugumu. I can tell. This one is gumu like rock. Yeah? You can just, you can tell a stingy guy. Even
Bro, there's a guy
himself. Okay, just like huyo hata kama hawezi nunua socks ni zile zina sink kwa kiatu. Yeah? Mimi atanipeleka dinner wapi na hawezi nunua sock ya 50 bob. You know, this is how I do math.
The math is
you got when you see someone is being stingy on themselves,
hawezi kusaidia. Hawezi muitisha pesa.
So that babe that you think is average, she hollers at you ati, "Ai, sasa Jonte, ai, sina umenyamaza siku hizi. By the way, niko na emergency, wacha. Aki unaweza niokolea nini?" Mazee ungeniitisha kaa last week mazee. Ni sahi nimetoka kutumia brayo. Sahi. Lakini that babe for Dubai. Stay safe. Ati Jonte, I want to get us an apartment.
Yeah, sure baby. Where?
Which one? Send me pictures. Imagine nataka kuget up beachfront property Jumeirah. Niko na all the 100,000. Kenya imebaki 23k. Unaweza niokola? Because you know when you ask for money, you have to say you have the 90%.
Usiseme uko na yote.
Usikuja hapa na I need 5k. You say I need 95k. I have 90. Tip. Nakupatia tip. Usikue mjinga. Akili mtu wangu. Kuja na.
Uwezi lipa hiyo uambiwa tupatie baadaye.
Niko na bebe. We need to end this episode before I say some more things.
Honestly.
No, but like, yeah. Do you give every babe who asks you for money?
No, hell no. Me,
exactly.
I excommunicate you.
Yeah, exactly. So there's levels to this.
But kuna wenye wakikuuliza.
Kuna wenye wakiniuliza natuma imagine.
There we go.
So makosa ni yenu.
Ukikulwa, because the other time with the other babe, you can use logic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
this one logic outside.
Her hotness is not taking you out. It's not intoxicating you. Right? Najua ni kama umelewa. Right? Lewa marathon. Ndio hiyo sasa, Dubai. There's a babe who has collected 3k, 5 soak from maybe 10 of you or 100 of you.
Oh God.
Right? A lot of money. Being a kid, see, it's 0 to 18. Then adulting should be 18 to 36. Then you graduate to the next thing where someone takes care of you for 18 years. And then now the next 18 years now. Like that. It should be like that. Actually, honestly, I'm tired of adulting, guys. I'm tired of adulting. It never gets easier.
Never.
Baka today I posted how sijui life, there's no mountain top. Unajua, I just reached that realization where I'm just like, guy, it's just summits and summits.
Just keep going.
Mount life.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What's the first thing I told you even when I walked into the studio? I was like, bro, adulting is kicking my ass. I'm like, and I feel like there's a different, I feel like the adults when they were our age were actual adults, you know? But when someone like points at me in the room as the adult, I'm like, there has to be another, like an adult.
Yeah.
Because it's not me.
But you know, the funny thing is,
it's not me.
I hear people say that all the time. And then I start to think, okay, is this how like our parents felt? Is this how our grandparents felt? Believe me when I tell you, yes.
No.
Yeah. You know, like you've been left at home, you have that baby and you're holding and you're asking yourself, mimi mwenye nilikuwa na dance juzi, ndio huyu mtoto hapa, and I'm the one who's supposed to make a decision. So, yes, this adulting thing happens. It just surprises you and you're just like, guy, mimi ndio.
I am the adult.
The other day, somebody told me, and I can't remember what they were talking about, and I went like, yeah. Then I realized, like, I'm the auntie in the conversation. You get, like, the conversation they're having this, like, me in my head, I'm seeing myself as, oh my God, life is difficult.
You are the auntie.
For their age.
For their age. You are the auntie.
I'm just like, man, shit. Like, it's been difficult from then till now. It's still difficult. It's just like, and I just want to move back to my parents' home. I just want to be taken care of. You know, so let's talk about some of the things we miss about home. You know, before we moved out, right? Things that you miss about home. Your home where you came from.
Not paying rent, obviously.
That's the one I was going to start with.
Thank
you.
You're welcome.
Not having to, especially being a bachelor, not having to think of what I'm going to eat. You know, I'm responsible to feed myself.
Imagine every single meal.
Yeah.
Every day.
Like, I have to think, what am I having for dinner? What am I having for lunch? Do I have breakfast?
Have I drunk water?
Yeah. As in, I want someone to go on and tell me, eat your fruits.
You know?
they are there prepared already.
your
What are we having
vegetables.
today? Okay, I go out and play and come back na kunywa maji ile. And then you run back outside. You're like, no, come and eat first. I'm like, no, what are we having? I don't want that. You go.
Mommy, hold my jacket. Let me go and race with the Nini kids there.
Yeah.
And then you'll come to, Mommy, will you cook for me chips?
Imagine.
So you're the one who's cooking for yourself chips.
I miss that.
Like if you think about chips,
You
you have
can't
two
even afford
options.
the warus.
Either go out and buy them.
Yeah.
Right?
Or you go and start
Or you make
peeling
them.
potatoes.
Hakuna kitu ya free hapa in this
Bro,
life.
nothing.
And
But-
then when you're done, there's dishes waiting for you.
Imagine, there's no teamwork. You can't call your sibling, Mom. So you know I'm allergic to kitchen soap. Tell Wendy to wash the dishes.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no one. It's
None
not
of that,
you.
man.
Who
But
is-
Allergic to kitchen soap.
Yeah,
I never used that. God damn it.
bro.
That was genius.
Yeah, man.
Akili
I kill him
tu.
to him.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
What do you
so
miss?
when I look at that, I think the one thing I miss aside from those ones. Oh, and when food, the last time you probably ate balanced meal
Is that a
for a
restaurant?
month straight. No, I'm talking about like a month
month
straight. Paka
straight.
mwili yako imezoea hii
You're
balance.
asking too much of me.
It is when you are in your parents' house.
Facts.
Your mom was ensuring that, there's that vitamin D getting into your body,
Vegetables,
carbohydrates, that
fruits,
you've eaten 3 meals a
water,
day, you're not
yeah.
skipping meals,
Yeah.
you're hydrated. Fruits,
Yeah.
right? Fruits, roughage. Anasema he has to poo nicely, Like they're thinking about everything.
I swear. Kwanza
Right?
3 meals a day living alone.
If
3
you're
meals a day
sick,
where?
they're
Me,
the
my
first ones
breakfast
to
is
notice
coffee.
it.
If Kwambox doesn't come and bring me breakfast, I'll have coffee and have lunch.
See, I told them the auntie. So, if you become sick, your parent is the first one to notice it.
Yeah.
They're like, you don't seem okay, right? You're just like, it's just knee. I've just been having
it's
this pain in my leg for the past 7 years. Like you just walk around. Mguu inakuanga tu hivyo.
Inakuanga tu
Iliwachanga
hivyo.
kufanya kazi.
Ilianza kufanya kazi
One year
kitambo.
ago. Why are you walking like that? It was
don't
just
know,
a
it
pain.
just- it stopped.
The parent will, they'll be
Catch
like,
it immediately.
let's go to the hospital. But aside from that, the thing I miss is then my mom making the schedule. She'd be like, tomorrow we are going to Auntie Nani's Nini, we are going for the wedding. Let me tell you, ever since my mom stopped making that schedule, I've missed weddings, baby showers, bridal I've missed everything. Right? Everything. Because it's easy for me to say right? But my mom, she'll keep reminding me. You remember next Saturday it's Auntie Nani's Nini?
Yes.
Yeah, we have to go and say to Rudishe Mkono. Bro,
Do you have a dress for the
on my
Nini?
personal life, I am zero social. Like ati sijui Nani's baby shower. Okay, great. I wish you all the best with your baby.
I shall not be
Namaste.
there.
Right?
Namaste
Nama
in the
leave.
house.
Namali.
Namaste in the house. And enjoy my rent. I'm paying
know
so
what
much
I
money. You know what I'm saying?
As in, my mind always tells me to stay in the house.
Yeah.
Like the idea of leaving the house, I'm just like, but I have food.
And I'm comfortable. Then I
There's
don't need to dress up.
entertainment.
I don't
or,
want to stress anyone.
talk to people.
I don't
You know
want
what
to
I'm
leave
saying?
a big
I
carbon
don't have
footprint.
to. Yeah.
With actual footprints, I'll stay in the house.
Yeah.
Right? And you find reasons not to go for things. And it's much easier.
Yeah.
But like your mom will never let that. Once she RSVPs everything.
Yeah.
Right? That shower will be there. That's Nini. And so
Inside.
you end up, knowing your cousins. If it's up to me, I don't know shit. My cousin just hollered at me, she's for a baby shower. I was like, where did the baby come from?
Whose baby is
When
it?
were you pregnant? Oh, I have an on.
We have another one. Okay, go ahead.
Sharing squad.
What do you mean?
You know how like your folks.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this is not for everybody, but my folks are my sharing squad, right? You come home, you've had a tough day, right? They're gonna try and make you feel better, Now naingia kwa nyumba mazee, najiangalia kwa kioo.
You tap your own back. It's okay. You did
Tomorrow.
well. You did well.
Tomorrow is another day. Like my mom has this thing of telling me stories for like her work. She's just like, even me I used to have a nini. Yeah, there's another time even I tried this, it didn't work.
Exactly.
So don't worry. Yeah,
Like,
these
wait,
things happen.
probably it wasn't even meant to be. There's probably something better for you out there. You don't feel that bad, but when it's just you, gotta pat yourself on the back, write your affirmation. Then you're like, oh, get it. I am enough. I am.
It's so true, man. Like with adulting, like how I do to cope with my adulting and knowing that I have to hustle every single day.
Yeah.
I wake up every day, and I've told you this. I tell myself one day it will be worth it. So let me just do it. Let me just do it again today.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow I just do it again.
Yeah.
One day it will be worth it. I'm just waiting for that time, and I can go back to start acting like a kid and not care about going out there and adulting to make money.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, you don't like working with me?
No, see where
See, hakuna
kila
hustles
kitu.
zingine.
Nimesikia siku moja amesema ati one day it will be worth it. Like it's not worth it to come work with me.
It is. Come on.
You heard that, right? Mungesi umesikia? Eh.
You, when I told you this, why didn't you tell me that then?
Ni sawa tu. Mimi nasikizanga. I listen.
And you know
I
what
notes.
you told me? You're like, yeah, I think I need to also be telling myself. I'll be telling myself that as well.
Me, I'm good.
I miss my doctor's appointments and everything to do with doctors being dealt with. Because this whole thing about knowing my blood type, why do I need to know my blood type? I'm
And
like, Mom, what's my blood type?
Can you imagine?
How, Mom, how tall am I? You know, like, why you ask me all these questions? Ask my mom. I actually miss doctor things being dealt with. I go tell my mom how I'm feeling, and then we go and sit in the doctor's office. They're like, okay, so why are you here? Then I look at my mom. Okay, so she's saying she has a sore throat and she has... Come sit there and talk to the doctor.
Yeah, and also your mom. Even till today, when I have like I'm feeling sick. My mom is coming with me. What you talking about? Right.
You tell the doctor
real?
what I told you, bro.
I mean, aside from Kerry, have you ever had another next of kin who's not your mom?
No.
Me neither.
I don't know why you said apart from Kerry. That was that.
Yeah, you don't know.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't. That part of your history just completely
Achille
escapes my
Mtwangu.
mind.
Yeah.
It completely escapes my mind every time. But no, I haven't.
Yeah, me
actually.
neither. Me neither. Na sisi ati
For real?
ni yeah.
Never
Every
ever.
single thing I
Even
have
someone
there.
you're dating.
No. What?
Okay. I have to be honest. There's one time.
Oh,
Yeah, no. Yeah.
am I the only sane one on this podcast?
No, there's one time. You know, love is blind and toxic.
I've done that
I
shit.
worked this person as my next of kin because honestly, I thought we were gonna be together forever. Like my plan was like me. I wasn't after this person. There was no me. I was in. I was in it for the count.
Where did you write the next of kin? You know, sometimes it depends where. I'll tell you where I wrote mine.
Where?
Nothing serious.
For real?
Mi si nilishakwambia mambo za pesa sahau.
No, like
Okay,
on
yeah, sawa.
Mambo
Yeah,
za
even
pesa
mine wasn't
mimi ni
money.
kama central.
pesa yangu
Pesa yangu ni yangu.
Oh, so it was what, like hospital stuff?
I think it was like some hospital stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like next of kin. In one. It wasn't like many, it was like in one. And then after that we had an argument. I was like, and that's the reason why you kwanza baba.
I have actually never even considered putting anyone else as my next of kin for anything.
That means you haven't felt safe enough.
If it's not my mom, it's my bro. That's it. Okay, for my therapist, I put my brother just in case zinilipukia. I don't want my mom to see, you know. But like everything else I put, yeah. I'd rather my brother deals with that shit. He knows my crazy. My mom doesn't.
Yeah.
That's the only one I've ever put my bro. But everything else, I put my mom. I've never even considered putting anyone I'm dating as a next of kin.
Yeah. But also, isn't that a reflection of like maybe the people you've dated? You haven't
For
really
real.
met the one
Honestly.
who has made you feel. Me, I thought, but
Me, I thought,
they were a hyena in sheep's clothing.
I asked Kenny easy too, and I was in that train of thought. I thought after this person, there's nobody else. Lease agreement for a house and contract for Jobo.
Which means they know how much you earn.
I mean, I was open.
Yo, listen.
is this when you were married or is this a relationship?
This is a relationship.
She.
You know, Kerry,
Shingapi.
sometimes I just
Shingapi inaweza kufanya uchizi.
No, see,
Want to be on your
si
side,
relationship
but
mnafikiria.
you make it
Yeah.
so hard.
I know it's
Yeah.
not this latest
I
one.
think it's
You make it
it's the shoe one.
so difficult.
Of course I know it's the shoe one. Once you said lease nikajua and you were left with lefts.
And that's the one who went with half the couch.
She was, I'm leaving you. I left.
That's the
And
one who
when
went
she
with
left
half the
shoes.
couch.
Left shoes.
And left shoes.
She
Kerry.
left
She left shoes, man. Yeah.
You make it so hard. I want to be on your side so much. So it just doesn't look like we're ganging up on you.
It's
But
funny
like
now. See,
you make it so difficult is all I'm
adults.
saying.
Do you remember paying your first bills? Like now, you see, you've moved out of home, and today, it's end month, right? You've got that rent to pay, you've got shopping to do for your house. Now, unajua sasa sali ulikuwa kwa mama, ulikuwa unachukua sausages, tomato sauce, ketchup, right? I only drink Brookside. Sasa unakunywa ile maziwa
Only
ile
use
the
peptide.
water rest inaitwa maziwa. Maji rebellion. Hiyo ndio unakunywa. Diluted milk.
Only use Heinz ketchup.
Now
nakunywa
Tom sauce.
Orange.
Ile imedilutiwa na maji. Ile inakustain inakuwa pink kwa mdomo.
That one.
It stains the plate.
You don't even have enough money to buy I want to buy pork. I want to buy chicken. I want to chicken.
Chicken?
Your kitchen cannot even
Cannot.
You don't even have a fridge. Anyway, so how did you start? Did you have everything? Did your mom help you move out?
I didn't have everything. A few things here and there. Couch, bed, nikanunuliwa ka microwave, cooker I bought for myself, fridge I bought. Yeah, so a few things here and there nilinunuliwa. And then you just go adding. Like, curtains nikajinunulia, couches, there were those ones that could be used, bed and mattress, there was that one that could be used. So a lot of like second-hand stuff, mostly. But for buying for myself was the cooker and the fridge, and I was so proud of myself.
Yeah, oh my God.
I was so proud of myself.
I remember when I bought my first fridge. Excuse me, is you saying something?
You can't tell me nothing.
Yani nimenunua fridge. You can call me Mama Nani. Hey.
Come correct.
Guys, cooker.
Yeah, so most of the stuff
ninaweza fungua oven hivi niweke. My ugali is ready. I can bake the ugali if I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's some exciting stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like.
So the first appliance you bought was cooker.
Fridge. Yeah.
I feel like the first appliance I bought, television.
Because buying a TV was exciting.
Yeah,
because
I bought the TV first because I had housemates the first time. So my housemate came through with, so I bought the sofa set.
Right.
He brought in wall unit. Hata si kununua. Devi alikuja na vitu kutoka kwa mama yake. So he brought, like, I remember the sofa was mine.
Yeah.
I remember buying it hapo
Ngong Road.
Hapo Ngong Road. There was a guy who was making like those reed seats.
Yeah.
So I bought a nice sofa, and then I had a bed. My mom was like, you can live with your bed.
Yeah.
No. The house we were moving into, the guy who lived there left his bed.
Oh, so you got two mattresses.
I took it. Nilikuja na mattress.
Okay.
And then curtains, I just have to be honest, for like a whole 2 years, tulikuwa na sheets. Ilikuwa kama unaona ndani hiyo ni shida yako.
So you were just living like a bachelor.
I was in campus. I was in uni.
That makes sense.
Bro, I was in uni.
Now you see me, I moved later in life, so
I was in uni. I'm not about to spend TCL.
Mi nilienda Isili mimi mwenyewe. I went to Isili myself to look for curtains. Nilipima vibaya, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, kulikuwa na shares na kulikuwa na curtains. Yeah. But I was older. I didn't move out until I was like...
My first appliance to buy...
How old were you?
Like 25, 26.
Jesus Christ. Hapo nilikuwa nishakula miaka.
Nilikuwa nimekula. I told you guys, I lived a very sheltered life. My mom was like very strict. I don't even understand. One day nitawapigia hiyo story amtaamini. I was actually nilikuwa mayai. Okay? I was an actual egg.
I don't doubt it. Mtu mwenye hajuangi what's happening in the country. News you don't watch.
I was sheltered. I watch news. Stop shouting at me these days.
Yeah.
Aya. Because I'm an adult. I told you I'm finally figuring out this adult thing.
I know. You haven't caught up on the ones for now because you're still watching the ones for last year.
Exactly.
Aya. Kerry, how old were you when you moved out?
18 going 19.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah. And my first appliance was a PlayStation. And I actually, come to think of it, the PlayStation 3 is what made me move out of my mom's house. And it's not even wanting to go shere because I used to. Because this time I was 18 going 19. I've got a job. I've got money. I've bought a car.
Yeah.
As in, I'm in this space where I want to do things. So I got a PlayStation. And then the whole having to use it in the same TV that my sister wants to go on and also use, I was like, you know what? I'll find a house to go and play PlayStation with my boys.
It wasn't like, I can get a TV in my room.
No.
Yeah, because you see how children brain. Guys, we need to finish recording. I'm exhausted. Paka nimesema children.
So cut the long story short, that was it, and then I moved out. But now I moved out the same estate that my mom was. So I just moved to a different.
You're mama's boy?
No.
A lot of people actually moved not too far from their parents the first time.
Yeah. I just moved to a different court, and like ilikuwa ni nyumba ya usherati. And as soon as I moved out, my friend who was in Nairobi Uni, like, kept on frequently coming to my place up until I told him, you guys, this house is a 3-bedroom. That room, take it.
It's yours.
Yeah. And then my other kuzo came. I was like, that room, take it.
Hiya.
So we are there, click.
Gang.
Gang.
Yo.
So now, what I did, the things that I bought in the house, I got the TV, I got the fridge, got the cooker, got a carpet. I didn't buy seats. Apo hivyo Nyayo Stadium, there was a guy who was buying this cushions, the big ones.
The poof.
Yeah, the poof ones. So I bought those ones after a drive to Diamond Plaza to buy shisha. Because I wanted a bong in the house. Went...
you were 19. Your priorities...
focused.
Went to Diamond Plaza.
Priorities were for a 19-year-old.
Mind you, 8 times jabai bed, bado.
Unalalia mattress?
Mattress yangu yenye nilitoka from my mom's house.
Umewekelea tu kwa floor?
Nimewekelea kwa floor. Kwani si nimelala bado. Went to Diamond Plaza, bought the bongs after smoking shisha there, sitting on poofs. And then now we're driving, because I used to stay in Embakasi. Hapo Nyayo Stadium. So this guy amebeba makushon mingi. Nikamuita. Nikamwambia nipatie hizo. Put it on a boot. Went to the house and I told myself, now I'm having like an Arabian theme
house.
In my living room.
And also in your bedroom because your mattress is on the floor.
It's on the floor.
It's all Arabian.
At least I went...
True to the theme.
I got a mattress. I had a guy make the bed. Mind you, this was day 1 after nimepata how... Like, I've done all those things.
How much money were you making at 19? Oh, you are air hostess. Oh, sorry.
Imefika usiku, sijanua curtains. That's the one thing I forgot.
So, ukaweka two sheets?
Yeah, tulieka bed sheets. Tulieka bed sheets. And then now the sheets were not enough. Because I didn't buy many. So, there's, like, my bedroom did not have curtains. We only put sheets in the living room because we spend more time there playing PS and we don't want
people to see you playing PS. You'd rather stay
and smoking shisha. See, sleeping, the lights are off. That was the math. Yeah, so as in lights on, there's the bed, lights off.
No, like for real, it just sounds like a 19-year-old with a bunch of money. You moving into your own place sounds exactly how I would envision a 19-year-old boy moving out.
Let me tell you, adulting then was fun.
Yeah. Now
adulting now is chaos.
Trash.
I wonder why.
Man,
it's supposed
you
to...
mean what do you mean? You wonder why? More money, more problems.
And I think also the schedule. For me, I feel like one of the worst things about adulting is that you get more busy, and especially in a world like now, you don't have the option of I can sit at home and just, or I do one thing. So because I do this one thing, I have now free time. So for example, like us guys, you in radio. So see, this one job should be enough for like, I should just sit at home.
Home.
I should, and then now the rest of the day I should, maybe
chilling,
mission work or something,
missionary.
Mission work.
Oh, sorry.
Right? Like outreach programs. Just give back to the society. Nasan, the way we are set up is like every single minute, hour that you have free. Like I've been on since 3 a.m. Right? It's now what? Going to 6, going to 7.
Yeah, and there isn't a single one of us here who only has one job.
Exactly.
Everyone has. So, mimi nimetoka mashughuli zangu niko hapa, huyu ametoka zake.
Niyo akili moja. Shosho yangu tu alikuwa tu anakaa anasema, okay, today is the river day.
Bas.
We the river.
And that
na anaenda kwa rive. Yeah, so the whole day it's just like mitungi iko wapi, nani ameleta hiyo nini?
Yeah.
Rosfina, ni mtungi iko wapi, leta mtungi. And then sasa slipper yangu iko wapi? Leta slippers. Leta slippers. Haya, twende sasa, ni lunch time. Okay, wacha tukule kwanza kabla tujaenda kwa. Unajua leo ni deliver day. Tungoje jua irudi chini. So as in the whole day is just about this one task. Yeah. Bro, you can't do like, you have to be like streamlined, you know. I have to do this, I have this meeting, then after that I have to do this, I have to do this. Bro, by the time I sit down, I'm just like, what am I? Who am I? What am I about? What is life?
Yeah.
What is life? I'm doing too much.
Who
you know?
even am I?
Who am I? The shush new. Sisi ni wanani? Sisi ni wakisi, tunatoka hapa Kerry. Asante sana kwa kututembelea. Leo ni river day, and she goes to the river. 6 p.m. is when finally they're going to. She been talking about it from 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? The most they went, maybe they went, okay, leo ni siku ya shamba. Tunaenda kutoa
kachimba kidogo.
Tunaenda kutoa zile mole rats zenye niliambia Kerry wanakulanga Waluya. Tunaenda kuzitoa. So you fika the shamba kidogo, jua ya saa 6 imeingia. Sasa
unangoja yele.
Unajua kuanzia saa.
Hawezi enda na hii jua.
Saa 4 hadi saa 9 jua imekuangalia hivi inakuangalia tu hivi unachomeka. So unangoja saa 10 mnakunywa chai ya saa 10. Alafu sasa mnaangaliana, mnasema ena mtembee. Mnatembea hapo, mnasalimiana Evans. Celebrasa.
Habari ya leo.
Naende mko sawa? Okay. Naende usalimiane na aunti yako. Alikuwa mgonjwa. Nilisikia ako na ile kitu hapa kwa uso. The things I don't think I've ever had a conversation with somebody during a week. Hey, by the way, how is Nani? Is she okay? None.
Niko busy sleep. On top of all that, yes, you have your professional responsibilities, financial. You still have to have a social life.
Can you imagine?
You still have to work out.
In the mix
you
of
still
that,
have to hydrate.
You still have to make sure
you eat fruits. You still have to make sure you eat vegetables. You know,
I have to doctor's appointments.
I'm like, so at what point
save?
Do I catch
improve
a break?
myself?
Yeah,
go for
improve yourself. Go for therapy. You know what I'm saying?
Therapy.
Go for upskilling.
Shop for
the house. Because you said you'll do it yesterday. Yesterday you ate the last 2 pieces of bread. Now you've woken up, there's no bread. You need to be out of the house. Listen, I unsubscribe.
You have to clean all the expired things in your house because they're expired.
I unsubscribe from adulting.
It's crazy, man.
Please and thank you.
It's crazy. Yeah. So these are all those things that, you know, when you're like a kid, you're like, I can't wait to move to my own house. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I would like to apologize to my younger self as well.
You get
I would
shocked,
also like to apologize to my younger self.
Did you ever move back home?
Yeah,
is there a reason that made you move back home? Let's start with Kerry.
No.
Since you moved, you've never moved back home?
No.
It must be nice.
I've visited, but I haven't moved.
Mwanaume ni kujikaza. Sis, vitu zikigongana. Mami.
I feel like it's easier for girls
life
to
is
do
difficult
that
out there. I'm coming back.
Yeah, I feel
Mommy's
like
I've still done that. Like life is difficult, nini, but not to go and live. I'd go spend like a week, you know.
And then go where?
So you go back to the jungle, the concrete jungle. So you go there and you just remember how life used to be, you know. And then you go on and go back. Your
mom is one who comes visits you as she's telling you, you know, if life is difficult, you should move back home. Si ati una kwenu.
Kwako.
Maisha isikusumbue sana.
Yeah, they say that.
You have lost weight. Carry your bag. Just pack the nini. Let's go. She's the one who's telling you to move.
They say that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like for girls, it's easier to do that than for guys.
What made you move back home?
Nearly burnt.
What happened?
Nearly burnt. I went broke. It's that simple. Nearly burnt.
You realized shopping every month is not easy. Rent every month.
I made poor financial decisions, and it was tied to the person I was in a relationship with.
Jesus. Ulikuwa na finance mwanaume wenyewe.
Just
can you imagine, Joyce?
Akafanya ukarudi home.
Leave me alone. Okay?
Muksum.
So you see when I talk about broke men with all the passion, it's because I have learned my lesson.
Muksum.
Okay?
Is it broke men or stupid girls?
Yeah.
It is. I learned. So now you're calling me stupid.
No, but like stupid.
But you said you...
Because at that point, right? What did your mom tell you?
She didn't tell me anything.
Did you tell her the story of how you were financing this guy?
You told her like real.
Exactly. Why didn't you tell her?
Because I was embarrassed.
Because she'd tell you, stupid girl.
So I
When you're young, we do stupid things, man.
So Niliband, I was a stupid girl.
Hey, at least you are just stupid.
Yeah.
Me, I was just jobless. Me, useless. Jobless.
Man.
So I see, because I had a job as a TV reporter and I was in uni, and that's what was financing me, and I was modeling, blah, blah, blah. Then I was like, you know what? Nobody needs this. I'm going to Big Brother. Forget this. Quit my job.
That.
In fact, I quit my job first before I decided I was going for Big Brother. Because anyway, I quit my job because I had covered post-election violence. My guy had seen so many dead bodies. I knew that. And then also, news was all about, like, it wasn't about the things that I cared about.
Yeah.
It was about the things that brought eyeballs.
Yeah, it was
So you want to tell passionate, you want to go and tell a story about, guys, have you seen this new disease? Have you seen this family that's struggling? Real stories.
Talk about people are dying.
Ebu kimbia hapo kwanza ufanye breaking news. Justin Muturi ameambiwa aende nyumbani. Uko hapo nini? Uko hapo Nyayo House. Nasikia anafanya press conference saa 10. Sawa, niko hapo. 4 p.m. you're there. My guys, they chomoka 7:30.
Guy.
You're standing there, you're bonded with the guy for NTV. Hey,
my guy, mse wa camera, hey.
Turning you on inamaanisha nini? Turning on Kenya. Neto tunawachingi news na wazazi wetu.
It's true.
Like mulika kwa
I've
meeting.
never thought about it like that. They used to say, do they still say turning on Kenya?
Turning on Kenya.
They used to.
Can you imagine
Do
them sitting there
they
with my dad? Right?
It used to be.
The whole of Kenya is turned on. Right?
Turning on Kenya.
So yeah, you see Mama there, you discuss with KTN guys, you're like, hey, you guys, do you have standards? I know you're the standard, but do you have standards? You know, so
Kwambox, go home.
KBC. Huh?
Stop. No.
You see, it's from 4 to 7:30. You have nothing but time, right? I did this thing, but I just realized I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I went to Big Brother, and then I came back. My guy, unajua Big Brother si kazi. Alafu hawakulipi.
Hey,
If you don't
then
win
you
the
came
cash,
back to what?
yeah.
Yeah.
Nikarudi nyumbani.
Hauna nothing.
I realized you can't pay the landlord. But then at that point, I'd moved out of the house. So Devi had moved us into another house. So we stayed in that house. Everything was good. But then after a while, we weren't able to keep up with the rent. Some of our housemates weren't keeping up with the rent. Anyway, now the aim was like I moved into my own house by myself.
Yeah.
And at that point, I knew it wasn't a wise decision because I couldn't, where I wanted to stay and the money, mi siwezi hamia
Haikuwa ina
sijui
make
wapi.
sense.
Ni afadhali nikae kwa mzazi wangu. But like to stay worse than where my parents are.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm logical.
Yeah.
If my parents' situation is better than where I'm going, I'm
You
staying
go
with my
back home.
parents.
Yeah.
I'm staying with my parents.
Facts.
So yeah, so I stayed there until I got back on my feet. I think I stayed for about like six months to a year, and then I was out. Then I moved back.
Well done.
Yeah. And the reason we're talking about this is because you shouldn't feel shame. You shouldn't feel shame about moving home. Yeah. Things zikiumana. Even now, if things umana.
If I had the chance,
my
me,
guy,
I'd go back.
First of all, I was very ashamed. I'm not even going to lie to you. I did everything I could not to move back. Hadi pesa ika literally isha. Like I went through all my savings. I've always been very good with like saving and like accumulating money and all of those things down the drain. That's because I didn't want to feel like I had failed.
You know,
Looking back, I'm glad I did, and I would advise anyone who's in a similar situation, there's no shame, just move back.
Yeah, because even the prodigal daughter, alirudi. The story of the prodigal son ni hivyo hivyo.
Yeah.
Alienda badala kurudi nyumbani na anajua akasema no, I must. Akakula savings yote. And you come back home, your parents is receiving you with both arms, yeah? But if you have a work parent who's just like, sasa hakuna kulala hapa. Homeless beggars will not be choosers. That can be difficult.
It was tea for tough. But
yeah, but like, so adulting is difficult, but at the same time, there's joys to adulting. Is there anything you enjoy about adulting or your version of adulting?
just making my own choices, like making my own calls. Like, there's this and this gathering happening. I don't feel like going. You know?
How do you feel like you've changed between your 20s and your 30s in terms of adulting? Which one was easier? Which one is easier?
I think my 30s is, as much as I complain, I feel like it's easier because I know exactly what I want and what I don't want to put up with. And even something as simple as like not going because I don't want to. It was so hard for me to do it in my 20s. I was like, no, but I have to. Now I have all the freedom. And now I'm like, even with all the freedom, I just want to stay in the house. And I don't care to explain myself. I don't want to go.
I'm more responsible now than in my 20s. I mean, adulting in my 20s, I did a lot of things, yeah. I used to really not care about the future because I'd be like, this time, you know, I can misbehave. I can chomoka jobo and just tell my boys, let's go to Mombasa.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Now.
Wapi? Unaanza kuangalia hiyo pesa unasema hii pesa unajua venye inaweza.
Yeah, I won't be able to do insane things like that.
Yeah.
And also I'm responsible with how I manage what I make, than then I just be reckless.
Yeah.
Because earlier on I told you an experience of my first time going to shop for my house when I was 19.
When you bought everything.
I bought everything that I ever wanted that looked nice. Yeah. Up until I got to the till, I was like, Aishi, toot.
No,
like it's a whole lot. Now I sit and I think of things that I want and things that are important.
Yeah.
So you get the important stuff first. Those ones that you want, select.
Yeah.
And then keep whatever money that you have, because times are tough out there.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, saving. Okay. I think my 20s were definitely more fun in terms of adulting. The freedom is coming.
Of course, that's the main reason everyone moves.
No freedom.
And then you have like lots of energy. So like and then you're very adventurous. So you want to see everything. You want to
do everything.
You want to enjoy. You want to travel. You want to. Your 30s reach, and all of a sudden you start to realize that money doesn't want to leave your hand. Right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden now you feel when like it's almost like you can hear ka-ching, like it's leaving you. You can hear the sound.
Like,
it's even crying on its way out. You know, like you feel
stretching like this.
Yeah. No. The money you could easily spend in your 20s, you're like, vacation, only the best hotel. Now you're just like,
sinaweza kaa tu kwa nyumba.
Siishi kwa hiyo hotel sana. I'm just going to lay my head. Just let me lay your head hotel. Skuli kitu yote yao. Ndakuja na shit
Give me bed, give me breakfast.
Just give me a space, I'll come with my own
Nitakula nje.
Hata mattress naweza beba.
You know, you're trying to like save every penny.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like in my 20s, I was less caring about money. I didn't care about even, like, I didn't pay too much attention to money coming in.
Yeah.
Right? I was just always, I lived in abundance. If that makes sense. I never used to worry about like, me, I just knew like money will come. Right? Just come up with ideas, push, do, but money will come. In my 30s, one of the key things that I've discovered that I noticed is that I'm money counting. You know, I think it's more because now you're getting more serious with life and you're starting to realize that you are actually the adult, you know. So now you become more conscious, you know, like about the money coming in. So I'm like, hey, I need to do more jobos. I need to do this. Being more calculated with my time, because I realized one of the key assets is my time. So
time management. Yeah.
So I'm just like, I think when I hit my 30s, the first thing I did was evaluate the people around me. Although I did it when I was 28, but like just started, you know, cutting people off, because I realized kuna watu wengine nikihang out na wao kaching. You know, all the plans that we make are just about spending money. I'm like, sis, miss Elon Musk. You know, but like the way we are living, you could think like actually sisi ni watoto wake.
You know.
You know, the brokest people act the richest.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So I reached a place I was just like, nah, I need to cut these people off, because the time I spend with them, I don't see any profits. I don't see any, like when I evaluate, I'm just like, hakuna kitu. And then number two, I feel like we're even forcing this relationship. Like, yeah, you're fun and everything, but like, not like that.
Yeah.
Now it's just become a routine.
Yeah.
Friday has fika. In fact, you're not even talking. It's just
Yeah.
I just realized now this relationship.
And then
is
there are
not
those
serving
friends
me.
who you're just friends with because you've been friends for so long. You know what I mean? Like your interests have changed. You're in different stages in your life, but you've just stayed friends because you've been friends for 20 years.
This is my best friend.
You know what I mean? You've been friends for 20 years. Utadu. And like another thing, it's also about how you spend that money. Right now, I will easily spend 8,500 on an air fryer because it will make my meal prepping easy than spend that money outside.
Wait,
because I know if I go outside, no, it like it now. For example, it depends.
Because I was
like,
about to tell you, give me that plug now.
No, yes, that's what I mean. It depends on like the brand that you want, whatever. You know, like this kind of appliances that will make my life in general easier.
Yeah.
I will go spend 8,500, 10,000, 15,000 so that it makes my life as a whole easier. Than spend that 15,000 going on a trip.
Yeah. Kwanza now, by the way, guys, I even count like.
But it's good sometimes to set aside.
Yeah, for sure that you can
money
do.
For you to go and just be reckless.
That's okay, but
have you seen Joyce?
Yeah,
do you follow Joyce on
See, I went out with Joyce and she was like, she scolded me katikati.
Do you follow me?
Nikisema more shots.
No, I'm
this
asking.
Guy first. Okay,
now I'm asking. Do you follow Joyce? When you're saying set aside time aside for fun.
Oh, right? For vacation.
Because we do vacation. We might not go to clubs. And you see, me I substituted. And I think that's another thing about 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
20s, clubs was just the life.
Yeah.
Right? It was just like Friday, what?
Let's go. New club. Hey, right?
And also it was part of like the interest that I had at the time. I was doing events. I was looking to get into the event space. So I was more into connecting like that. But when I hit my 30s, I started to realize this thing, it's not more, although I was still vacationing in my 20s, but now in my 30s, I was more purposeful about my
vacationing.
I would rather put money together and go and blow it in Lamu.
You know what I mean? Than going to the club and spend how much.
What is happening.
Yeah.
I don't. But then, you know, some Abanis were in town last December. This December. They're the ones who were telling me about clubs. That there's this place, 213, I'm just like, what is
you
that?
You have no idea and you live here.
The one you guys went is called what? After Ibiza. Right?
Now, this one was Mr. Philanthropic because he was drunk and he was just paying everybody's bills, even bills that are not his. And then he's talking about me scolding him. Yeah. I'm like, my guy.
Yeah. See how guys need babes.
Honestly.
No sign if.
Yeah. No, you gotta love yourself. Unaona hiyo place pahali huko tulifanya 20s. There's a friend of mine called Manga. Ask him. Moja tukakaa mpaka tukaanza kujiuliza because he had that Manga is a good guy to like a fault. Like a fault.
Yeah, true.
You know, so we go out, everybody's like, hey, what's up? Right? So me and him, like we're great friends. Just me and Kerry, we're friends. So we say we're going out to say, okay, cool. You know, the drinks we'll have, we'll pay, we'll split. Then 4 babes join this table. Nigga, I ain't splitting that bill with you.
Forget it. I'm not paying for no bitches drink.
Now we're splitting this bill 6 ways.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm not supporting you. This bill.
Right? But what would happen? Andrew's a social guy, a babe has come, another guy has come, they've sipped our boti. Now we've just done this.
Imeisha.
Ati no, you're busy, we'll order another one. The bill has come, we've split it. I'm just like, thank God I'm no longer in my 20s. Right? Nasa hiyo. And then, you know, the other day I was telling my dad, you know how like people have midlife crisis? I don't think I can ever struggle with midlife crisis. Because like what at the age where you're supposed to be doing the thing, I did it. I enjoyed myself. And so, you know.
You didn't miss a single stage.
Man, there was a time, 1 minute you're drinking a simple whiskey. You didn't even know about single scotch, blah. You don't know that. You're just like mzings.
Whiskey.
And then you've moved it from, hey, us guys, we have scotch. And then you've moved it, you having scotch. Us, we're having single malt. Right? And then double malt. Triple malt.
All the malt.
No, it now, so now you started like a Glen, 12-year-old. Kidogo, it's 15.
18.
Now you are just
I don't drink teenagers.
And I remember saying that. I used to work with Kerry at that time.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, you guy, the thing has to be an adult. Right? So, Glen 18 imeletwa kwa meza. Right? It's okay. It's a good drink. You've sipped it there. You know, we'll finish this Glen 18. We should be good. Where? I have a very social friend. Me, I'm social for, hey, okay, bye. I leave you on your table.
Yeah.
Him, he's like, hey, my guy.
Come.
Our table now has become the center because you guys are also the guys for Glen 18. So, ushaiona watu wakicongregate kwa mtu mwenye amenunua Gilbis?
Nah.
Ama county. Wanauzanga county kwa club.
County never.
Right? But if you just have a proper booty,
congregation.
all of a sudden everybody just wants to tell you something.
You guys like, hey, yo,
anakuja na empty glass.
Empty glass.
Man, Yo, you know this thing for Visit Rwanda? Mega, you know Kagame the other day I was there doing biz with him. Mega, even wondering when this couple.
Iko na shimo chini.
Right? Kagame you there. Mega, kwanza you tell me apeleka you Rwanda for the nini. No, don't peleka me Rwanda. So you pay for your bill.
Yeah, my guy.
So just buy another boat.
Just buy another one.
Hey, so I'm kind of glad that I passed that age, so I don't have any of that anymore, and now I don't have to have any. I mean, we laugh about it with Andrew now, but like back in the day, it was just like the day we had to sit down and just be like, "Hey, Mege, I've done this for 4 weeks in a row. I can't buy Glen 18 3 bottles one night. Nimetumia mshahara yote,
bro. Imeisha. That's not pesa ya tissue.
Hey, after that you start making serious right decisions, right? So, and by the way, not to say that there are people who are still not making bad decisions. I've seen people in the club, full big adults, ordering expensive bottles, and then on Monday, wanaomba pesa. And you see, that's part of that pressure, which 5K. I feel like it might still be like midlife crisis. I feel like you should do that stuff when you're a kid or never. If you're cautionary tale, don't do it. Usinunulia watu mzinga, jinunulia.
Facts.
Yeah. Facts. Anyway, adulting. We gotta stop here because we gotta go and do other adulting stuff. Facts. Let us know how you feel about adulting. Actually, before we go, final thought. What is one thing you wish you did different as you are adulting?
Yeah, honestly, this is going to sound so cliche, but nothing. I wouldn't have been able to have all the wisdom I have now if I wasn't stupid at some point. You know what
There's
I mean?
no mistake you made which you're like, man, I wish I knew better.
Definitely, I would have moved back home sooner instead of squandering all my savings.
I would have told you that in hindsight.
I wouldn't have given the bad people or bad energy around me second chances, third chances. Like right now, I'm at a place where all it takes is just one. And sometimes it doesn't even take it. I just see it and I'm out. So I'm glad that I went through it so that right now I'm able to identify it. But if I had the chance to go back, I wouldn't have given chances.
The one thing I do differently is the people around me. I feel like there's so many people that wasted my goddamn time. Yeah. So many. And it's not them. I can't even fault them. It's me who allowed them in my life, right? And I took so long to cut them out. It took me till 28 to learn how to start cutting people off properly. And even after having... And by the way, what I've learned is you don't just cut off people once. There's lots of pruning that happens over life. Like people come in your life and and everybody has a time frame. So somebody overstays their time, and so when somebody overstays their time, they end up occupying a time of your life which you can never get back. Right? You end up wasting. You end up doing things that you didn't even care about, and when you look back, you're like, they look a waste, Mazi. But I don't look at them as waste. I look at them as lessons. But if you can, I hope these lessons help you, because there's somebody who's right now 21, and right now they're blowing money fast like Kerry. Right? Just remember that you need to save, right? And people waste your goddamn time. Pick the right people.